So in today's video, we're gonna talk about why I love Santo Domingo. Now, I know my perspective can be seen as subjective, and I know some people can and will see it different because there's so much to like about this island and there's so many places for different types of people, so I'm okay with that. But I wanna share with you guys today why I love Santo Domingo. Now, most people I talk to, they either love or hate Santo Domingo. There's no gray area, and it's for one or two reasons. Too many people and too much traffic. The too many people here is one of the reasons I love it here. Now, I'm not in love with the traffic, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I don't work a 9 to 5 here. I work at home, so there's no place I have to be at a certain time. I can leave my house whenever I want to avoid the traffic. Now, don't get me wrong, there's traffic here all day long, but there are certain times during the day where it's not as congested. And you can get around the city, and I'm gonna put this in quotes, with ease. People ask me all the time, why do I love Santo Domingo? And I give them the same answer all the time, because there is no city on this island quite like Santo Domingo. Now, some people may say Santiago, and I agree, Santiago comes second, but it's a far second place from Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo is the capital of Dominican Republic and the largest city. It has about 4 million people here in this city, where the second largest city is Santiago with around about, I would say about 1 to 1.5 million people. Yes, I've been to Santiago. I think Santiago is a beautiful city. It's really clean, it's nice, it has beautiful people, but I always come back to Santo Domingo. And even when me and my wife and my daughter, we travel around the islands and we go to places like Punta Cana, Las Terrenas, Samaná, Cabarete, Jarabacoa. After a while, even though I'm enjoying these places, but after a while, I'm ready to get back to Santo Domingo. So why do I like Santo Domingo? The first reason is, and it's not in any particular order, it's the fact that Santo Domingo is not a tourist city. Now, it does have its fair share of tourism, but it's nothing like Punta Cana, Puerto Plata, Las Terrenas, Boca Chica, Jarabacoa, and thank God, nothing like Sosúa. There's really one main tourist area here in Santo Domingo, and that's Zona Colonial. And I try to avoid that place at all costs. I mean, it's almost like they can smell that you're a foreigner over there in that area. Where in the rest of the city, I fit in just like the locals. I'm not targeted to pay high prices because I'm a foreigner. I pay what's on the menu or on the price tag just like everybody else. This city is not catered to tourists, which makes living here normal. My next reason as to why I love Santo Domingo is I like the vibe and the energy here. Now, I am from Alabama, but still, I was always this big city living type guy. I like the bright lights, I like the tall buildings, I like all the movement of a big city. Now, I'm not saying that Santo Domingo is an NYC or LA, but it definitely has that energy and that vibe of a big city. Most of the time when people think of Dominican Republic, they think of all-inclusive resorts, island life, but you don't get that here in Santo Domingo. What you get here is a beautiful concrete jungle, at least in some parts. The next reason why I like Santo Domingo is it's always something going on and it's always something to do here. Listen, there's never a dull moment here in this city. No matter what day of the week it is, if you're looking to get into something or do something, it's happening. You just have to find it. Dominicans are always having fun and they're very social. So whether you're looking for an establishment to listen to live music, a nice bar for happy hours, or even a lounge to enjoy your cigar, and maybe you want to go to a Colmado for a cold Presidente, you can find that right here any day of the week in Santo Domingo. And the next reason why I love Santo Domingo is there's a lot of professional people living here in the city, from entry-level professions all the way up to entrepreneurs and everyone else in between. Unlike many who come here to live as a retiree, I'm nowhere close to retiring. I'm still chasing a bag. So having the opportunity to be around or associate myself with like-minded people who are on the same intellectual level as me is very important while I'm living in this country. Plus, I love to see people who are more successful than me. It only fuels me to go harder and work harder so I can reach the highest level possible in my own life. When I'm riding down the street in Distrito Nacional and I see these G-Wagons, these Lambos, these Ferraris, these AMGs, BMWs, Teslas, man, I'm like thinking to myself like, hey, you gotta get your weight up. So which leads me to my next reason from having a lot of professional people here is I love the fact that opportunities to network are endless here. Since we've been living here, we've met a lot of people during the last 3 years, from politicians to self-made millionaires. Guys, listen, there's money in this country. You could take that $400 a month average salary shit somewhere else. I don't wanna hear it. All that low vibrational shit I hear people talking about, keep it to yourself. Yes, poverty is a reality of this country, and it seems like that's all people want to talk about, but that's not the total reality here. There's another reality, which is wealth and people are prospering, and that's something that no one wants to talk about. There is a segment of the population here that is doing absolutely well. And what people don't realize, that there is a middle class here in Dominican Republic, and it's growing. It's no different than in the United States. You have people here that are prospering, and you have people here that are falling behind. And until the end of time, there's always gonna be winners and losers. That's just a fact of life. Which leads me to the last reason why I like Santo Domingo is there's a lot of restaurants and bars. And listen, I love to eat, so this is the perfect place for me. There are so many options to choose from. You can eat at a restaurant literally every day of the week for a whole year, and you still wouldn't come to have tried a fourth of the restaurant here in Santo Domingo, because it's just that many. And it's not all Dominican food. They have a really large international culinary scene here too. Now, I know I just said that was my last reason why I love Santo Domingo, but it just dawned upon me I have another reason why I like Santo Domingo or love Santo Domingo. And I know some people are gonna disagree, and it's fine. But for me, this is the best city in this country to get your eyes on hard. The women are beautiful, they're everywhere, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So these are my reasons why I love Santo Domingo. I'm sure there are more reasons why, because I really enjoy living here, but these are some that just came to my mind with ease. Now, in the comments below, let me know what's your favorite city in Dominican Republic and why. So until next time, keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you can live your best life. I'm out.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no.